Hi, I'm Gamer8500 and I'm going to show you how to make an animated GIF using Photoshop. So first what you want to do is open up a new file, blank file, 300 by 300 pixels, resolution 72, color mode RGB color, and background contents. I like having it transparent, but you don't have to have it transparent. You could have it white or any color you want. It's your personal preference. That's basically what it is. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to make a quick little tutorial so that way you understand how to make an animated GIF. Then once you fully grasp the content of the animated GIF, then you can start making your own little animated GIFs. And it's um I'll keep posting other types of tutorials for Photoshop tutorials so that way you can use other tutorials for one type of tutorial for another type of tutorial, like using a clone stamp tool when you have your animated GIF. So anyway, so for the animated GIF, I'm gonna make a hiker climbing up a mountain, and I'm not gonna put that many slides. I mean that many layers, but a layer like what a layer is it's kind of like in PowerPoint you have your slides, right? So then a layer you have each layer is kind of like a slide. And so what I'm gonna do is what you need to remember is though in Photoshop, the more layers you have, the more detailed your your animated GIF would be. So here, let me just get a picture of I'll get the mountain. All element shapes. There. So I'm gonna put this one right here. I'm gonna simplify it to make it clearer. That's better. Let me make it a little bigger. Press enter. Make sure you press enter if you ever make the shape a little bigger or anything like that. Now I'm gonna get a picture of a hiker. I'm gonna make the hiker climb up the mountain. So I'm gonna go to symbols, hiker, right there. There. Let me right click, simplify layer. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave him right there. So then what I'm gonna do is I wanna hold control, and then click shape 2. You should get those like ants crawling around him. And then once you do that, click merge down. Now, uh, oh wait, before you merge down, you want to make a couple copies of the mountain. That's important. There. Let me just make it like, see there I have 7 copies of the mountain. Let me take the shape all the way to the first layer. And I will merge it down. Now I'm going to hide this layer. And you know how you see like a bunch of eyes? That just shows which layer is being shown right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move um so what I want to do is edit, fill selection. Here, you have to make sure you click on that, edit fill selection, foreground color, then move it, enter. Hide this, edit. Oh, I have to click on the layer first, sorry. Edit, fill selection, foreground color, yes. Now I'm going to make him start climbing up the mountain. Enter. Now, edit, fill selection, foreground color, move him up the mountain. There. Now, edit, fill selection, foreground color, move him up a little even more. See if you guys have more layers, then your thing would be more detailed. But it just depends on if you want your how good you want your animated GIF to be. There. So let me do that. Now let me make a couple more copies of the mountain. edit fill selection. I have to hit fill selection, foreground color. Move him up even more up the mountain. See, and you see, if you use arrow keys when you move your people or anything, if you ever move a picture, if you use arrow keys, it's much like easier. It moves much. It's more as in it's more detailed how you move it. See, like I can move it little by little. See, if you do the arrow, it just goes all at like it goes at once, and sometimes you don't get in the exact spot you want. But whereas if you use the arrow keys, then uh then you get it more precise. So I'm gonna make this dude flip off the thing and land peacefully on the ground. So edit fill selection. Then I have to move him a little right there. Enter. Now I'm gonna put this dude. Edit. Edit fill selection. Ah, my bad. Sorry guys. Here, edit fill selection. I'll move him down like crazy and flip him even more. Now, edit fill selection. Now let's bring him down drastically. See, mine, when you guys make yours, it'll probably be way more detailed because you'll be spending more time, but I'm just giving you the basic idea so that way you just don't have to spend a lot of time watching those tutorials that half the time don't tell you the correct stuff, and this way you can just know what you want right then and there and work and like start your tutorial in less than like 10 minutes. Okay, and now for my last, what I want to do is I'll fill selection, foreground color, bring him down to the ground. There. So now what you want to do is now right click on these eyeballs, show hide all other layers. That way it shows every single layer. You have to do that because that's the only way you know where like you can make your animated GIF. Then what you do is go file, save for web. It should be set as GIF. Click animate. Click preview in default browser. And there. That's the animated GIF. It might, if it's working properly, it's gonna be good. But sometimes because the hypercam might not be able to pick it up so fast, but it will be pretty good. So I'll post like some of the different type of animated GIFs I've made using different type of tools. But that is how you make an animated GIF. Thanks for watching. This is Gamer 8500. Bye bye.